Welcome to the Photographer Diaries podcast. I'm your host, David Scott Bowles.
And I am your co-host, Dragon. Yeah.
Let's do this. Season 4?
4.
Oh, fuck. We missed the beat.
We are here.
God damn. See, it's hard because we can't hear it, but it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
We're here.
We got this.
On today's episode, we're talking about how to get out of that creative rut. And I think it's a perfect episode because we've kind of been on a break, right?
Yeah.
So we took what was it, almost 2 months off? No, it wasn't that long.
It wasn't that long. Maybe.
Okay, I want to say maybe
you went
a
to
month.
Japan forever.
That's true. And we'll talk a little bit about that as well. But yeah, so today we got everything set back up. We're still working on a new set and everything. We're still in my office doing our recordings. But we've all been there, right, Lejean? As creators, we kind of fall into this either imposter syndrome phase or we fall into just like a really unmotivated stage, right?
Yeah. I think it comes from sometimes being overstimulated with so much going on around you, like so many things being created all the time that, like you said, the imposter syndrome. Sometimes you want to create what other people are creating. Oh my God, is that what people are doing now? I need to do that. And you get lost in that shit heavily, man. Yeah. I've done it too many damn times. And
I think it's also one thing, and this is kind of like, well, at least where I am in my brain right now. Like today I had to take like a me day. I went out and I went to the poppy fields, which is, we're from Antelope Valley. So, wildflower season, all that stuff.
That's where he does his interpreting dancing.
Yes. Yes. Where the wild things are.
Yeah.
But I just went out to I'm not a landscape photographer at all. I love going out in nature and stuff, but I just went out to go be with nature. As weird as that sounds, I just went out to go enjoy it real quick. And it was literally I went out, I drove.
Take your socks off?
Hell no, man. There's thorns and stuff in there. I'm taking my socks off out there. I had to kneel down. I was scared I was gonna get a thorn in my knee.
Man.
But I was literally there, I think, for 30 minutes, and it's a 20 minute drive from our studio. So I went out there, took some pictures, and that's what triggered this idea where I was like, fuck, I think that'd be a good topic to talk about on today's episode. Because there's also something that when I came back from Japan, I had noticed that. So when I went to Japan, it was a very stressful trip, this trip. It was borderline almost not fun until the middle of the trip. The first 4 days. So we were there for 9 days. So the first 4 days, I think me and both my friends that I went with, we all wanted to fucking kill one another.
Man, y'all needed drugs.
And what was the problem is, we didn't plan it, which was fine, but we went in going in let's not plan it. And I think that was kind of tough because we did a lot in a little bit of time. Mm-hmm. And then 2, I couldn't find my rhythm with the photography. And what I mean by that is I'm a portrait photographer, so I need somebody in frame. Yeah, I need somebody in my frame. And I love doing street photography. I love doing all sorts of different photography, but what I strive at is portraits. Mm-hmm. So going around trying to find these compositions and I'm getting decent images, but nothing that's really wowing me and making me happy. And it was funny because my buddy Matt, who is he does a lot of street photography. He's a portrait photographer now, but he loves street photography. He was kind of going through the same thing, and we were both kind of getting a little bummed because we're fuck, this is what we came here for, to take pictures. And
so you needed it. Next time y'all plan a trip, you plan it with 2 models or something.
Well, yeah, exactly. So I think it was the 4th day we went. We were planning on we either had an option to stay where we were at. We were in Osaka at the time, or go back to Tokyo.
Okay.
And that's a 3-hour train ride. So we ended up staying in Osaka for 1 extra day than we originally planned. And we're like, you know what, let's just go back to Tokyo. Cause I feel like we were there, but we didn't do a lot. Mm-hmm. So we went back, and I have a friend out there that's a model that I met on my second trip that I ever done there. And she made her schedule available, and we're like, let's go shoot. I'm like, all right, cool. Went out and did like an incredible session with her. Like we just hung out. Like she took me to all these cool spots that I would have never have found by myself.
Right.
And like after that session with her, I was fucking like, I was happy. Like my
got your nut off.
Yeah, like I was happy. I was.
He was like, oh yeah, all right. I feel better now. Like I created, and that's how it is, bro. Because when you get stuck, like all your emotions, you're irritable and you just angry for no reason. It's just like, fuck, like what do I do right now? Like I'm a fucking creative. Like I create. This is what I do. Why can't I do anything right now? So your brain is just going 1,000 miles a minute. So you have to just find just that one thing to just break that ice, and then you can just move from there. And I find that a lot too. It happens with me a lot now when I'm creating treatments.
Okay.
For videos.
Yeah.
So somebody will send me something, and I can find something real fast. Oh, let's do this for the video. Then another one will come through, and you're just like, damn, what am I supposed to do here? Like, because then you be like, man, everything has been so overly done. Like, what can I do different? And you just start wondering, fuck, like, am I gonna be able to do this one or not? But eventually, shit, you just gotta make it happen, bro. You just gotta do.
No, yeah, and exactly. I mean, and that's kind of like what really, I think after that session, my mood changed. I was happy, and then I was able to even create better work from like the shit that I wasn't good at. You know what I mean? Even we were walking around and we saw these like, you know, these cute girls like just taking pictures of themselves with their phone, and I stopped and I was like, hey, I'm a portrait photographer. Like, can I take your picture? And she was like, oh yeah, sure. So I ended up doing like a little quick session with them, and like that was like some really cool work. But going back on the whole like imposter syndrome or creative ruts, what do you do to get out of it? Like, what is your outlet as far as like once you start to see that decline in either your, you know, your emotions or whatever it is, and you start to feel that, like, what do you do to kind of snap out of it or get back on track?
So I do two things. Sometimes if I'm in a creative rut, I hang out more with my creative friends.
Okay.
Because then you just get to see their process, them creating, just doing other things. And it kind of just puts you at ease for some reason. Like, okay, it can still be done. Something still can be created. And it doesn't matter. Like a lot of people, you realize, don't care what other people think about what they're creating. I'm going to create this. And if they like it, they like it. If they don't, they don't. So
I like that.
I hang out with more creatives, or either honestly, I step all the way back.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just need to not think, so that whatever thought processes I've been going through can just sort themselves out, and then I get back in there. But never in between. If I'm in a rut, I have to go head first into it or pull myself all the way out.
I like that. Yeah, I think I do the same to an extent. I either have to do, like, say I'm shooting a lot of weddings and I'm starting to get burnt out on the weddings, or I'm running out of ideas or whatever it is. One thing that I'll do when I start to hit that like creative rut where I'm like, oh shit, like I'll start shooting something else, you know, like and just for fun with no, like I wouldn't even post it on Instagram or anything. I'll just, like today, for instance, I went out to the poppy fields and just took pictures. Will I post it? Maybe not, but it was just
they're nude.
Me nude in the poppy fields. I blend in. And then I think another thing that I do is step back or take some time off. Like put the camera down for a little bit.
Yeah.
And just take a couple days off. Don't think about it. Don't think about working, like any sort of creativeness. Go watch a movie. Go do something else. Like go people watch or whatever. Go down to LA.
Right.
And just don't think about using your camera for.
Because I do that all the time. I'll be like, I'm not going to work today. Yeah. And so I don't go out, but then I end up editing at home or doing something. And like, so when your brain is constantly working, you go get burnt out.
Yep.
And like, even when I sleep, I'm thinking about shit. Like, oh, yeah. So I wake up, I can get 7-8 hours of sleep, but I don't feel rested because my brain was just working the whole night. Like, fuck, like, what is going on here? So you really have to shut that shit off for a little bit.
Yep.
It's necessary.
Yeah, because, like, this is, like, kind of another topic, but can kind of flow into this topic, I guess. But, like, when you love what you do, like photography, shooting weddings, whatever it is, and you do it too much to the point where it becomes a job, you start to either not like it or you get burnt out. And like I had recently, posted like, fuck, like I think I want to get a day job. And I had a friend that was like, oh, you don't need to get a day job. Like, you have a camera, you're a full-time creator, just create. I'm like, yeah, but the problem is like, I don't want to ever feel that my what I do, what my passion is, using my camera is a job. The minute I feel like that, I have failed. You know what I mean? And for instance, like real estate, when I was shooting real estate, like my boss was a fucking asshole, and then just the stress of the job, like going to random people's houses and dealing with like, realtors and just everything that real estate offered literally made me want to almost sell all my camera gear and just quit and like go back to being a chef because it was a job. It was a job to where it was like I had to be there at a certain time. I had to, like, there was obviously certain expectations, which granted there is in my own work, but I'm my own boss and I set those rules, so I have nobody to like follow. But like when you're constantly being berated by like, you did this wrong, you did this wrong, you did this wrong, you did this wrong, then it has become a job. Oh yeah, and you're working for an asshole. You know what I mean? Like, but yeah, no, that's that. I like that perspective of taking a step back from your work, taking a step back to kind of reset your brain.
Yeah, you got to recalibrate from time to time, man. Exactly. Like, it's necessary from anything.
Yep, 100%.
Bro, that's how I really don't like. I love creating. Like, yeah, that's why I'm here. The Photographer Diaries, right? But one thing that I don't like to record that makes me it feel like a job, like you said, is events, birthday parties, and as many times as I get hit up for it, like, I really don't want to do it. Sometimes, and I'm going to let everybody know this right now, I will hike up my prices just so it's worth it. Like, 100%. I don't feel like doing this, so I'm going to just throw a crazy number out there, so they'll just be like, we'll find somebody else. But
I do it all the time.
Randomly, some people will be like, perfect, and I'll be like, damn.
Should have raised it higher.
Damn.
I'm just kidding. I forgot a couple zeros. And
hold on. It's got smudged off right there. Hold on. 2 million.
I totally agree with that. Because there's a lot of stuff that I don't shoot anymore and that I didn't like shooting. We were just talking about this yesterday, actually, me and my business partner. And Ghost was here yesterday, so we were chatting a little bit. And, Ghost. He wants to get on the podcast. I was like,
I told him,
we're ready now. We're ready, so we got you. But because my business partner photographs babies, and Ghost was saying like, oh, I can never like do a baby.
I did one baby session. The baby, they had 2 hours. The baby stopped crying for the last 15 minutes.
Damn. There's only a few kids that I photograph, either my own, and he's not really a kid much anymore. He's a teenager, but my wife's business partner kid, I still photograph her all the time. But like one thing that I stopped photographing was families. And like people think it's crazy because I'm a wedding photographer. They think that I should be shooting families and doing family portraits and mini sessions. And I hate mini sessions. I don't do mini sessions. I do things called, I do a form of a mini session. And this is going to sound, I guess, I don't know, this is going to sound bad, but I feel like a mini session is very much a female photographer.
Don't say that while I'm on this podcast. Hey, I didn't say that. Dragon did not say that.
That's the nicest way I can put it. I feel like that is
it wasn't nice, David.
It's a woman photographer thing. Because like if I'm a man, I'm like, I'm doing my mini sessions. Like it just like it doesn't sound right. So I call them marathons.
But you got to think about it though. Who's more entitled to do the mini session?
Women.
Exactly. So why call it a marathon? Like you're not catering. I barely know any men that want to take pictures anyways. So you cater to the audience. Mini session. You have to use that.
Maybe I'll find another word.
Marathon?
Mini session.
Come on, bro. Who you trying to get?
Or just don't do them.
Yeah, don't change it, bro.
Hard segue. Okay, so we had some camera issues and our camera died. So
it didn't. We're professionals. Yeah, cameras don't die here.
Cameras don't die.
Yeah,
we got them plugged into infinite battery sources.
That's right. But let me tell you. Tell me. Getting burnt out on stuff. That was me with behind the scenes videos. Like, cause that's how I started with everything. So I like doing them, but I just wanted to take a step back. So I've been given the opportunity to produce. Okay. So I've been producing some pretty big videos, man. So I have an Atlantic artist video coming out that I produced. And I just got back from Atlanta and Louisiana. I was producing a Young Boy video.
What?
That shit was fucking amazing, bro.
Damn. How was Atlanta?
The 24 hours I was there.
Oh shit! You're only there for 3.
I was working.
Oh my god!
But just walked off the plane like it just felt so good to be there. Everything is just mellow.
Yeah.
Out here, you get off fucking LAX, bro. It's just shit just be moving like crazy, bro. So it was really dope, man.
That's right.
Just being able, and I got some more projects coming up. It's gonna be a great year on this podcast. 'Cause, let me tell you, oh man, I'm about to be great. So. Stay tuned. David's going to be on some of these sets because we're going to put some of this shit on YouTube. Like, definitely got some stuff coming up, man. So I'm excited about that because I get to step away from something I feel like I was having like brain farts and shit with. Yeah. So producing is fun. It's a lot, but I realized I was built for this, bro. Like, but it's a lot. I'm talking about. I'm putting together videos in Louisiana and Atlanta from California. But the internet is so powerful, you know? So it's possible, but it's a lot, man. Oh, man. I'm just great.
Cool.
I'm awesome.
You are.
Yeah.
Dragon's awesome.
Trademark.
Right. So we are at our signature almost 20 minutes podcast because we like to keep it short. But welcome back, guys. It's season 4, I think. We'll double check that, but hopefully it's season 4.
Yeah.
And we're back again wherever you guys get your podcasts. Make sure you check us out. We are on Spotify, Apple, YouTube, and I think somewhere else. But just search for The Photographer Diaries. And we're going to be doing a lot this season.
Oh, man. I'm excited about this.
Yeah, so we're stoked. We're back. We are going to be doing some YouTube videos as well. So we're transitioning the channel not just to podcasts, but YouTube videos, behind the scenes, all sorts of different things. So if there's anything...
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
We're going to try to get some great guests.
Oh, yeah. Great guests. Great guests. So I got some awesome wedding photographers lined up. Lejean's got some talented people as well lined up. We're going to have some more local creatives as well. When do we post these? We post these on Tuesdays, right?
Yeah, Tuesdays.
It hasn't even been that long, and I forgot everything. But yeah,
because we do so much, man.
I know, it's crazy. So Tuesdays, guys, 8 o'clock. Everything goes live. Thank you so much for listening. If you're still listening to us, watching us ramble and talk about craziness. That's it. Peace.
That's it. Out.